the Barani punch front. Last one now, bringing it all together. And that's the triple twist there. Just a little bounce off to the side, but really, really good work from Raekwon. He can be pleased with that routine. His 5th effort out of 6 in his all-round bit.
Well done, Ray. And we're going to stay on the floor. This is Grace Davies from Robin Hood Gymnastics Club. We saw her earlier on the bars, and I mentioned she was a member of the junior European team last year. So she's a first-year senior gymnast, which is quite a big step up. You know, there's lots more gymnasts of a very high standard to be competing against, but she's got some great work here on the floor, so I'm excited to see this routine. She's a powerful tumbler, and I believe was the youngest GB woman to compete a double straight, and there you go.
Indeed, we see it again, the double straight. Such a beautiful and elegant move when it's hit right.
Oh, and nicely through the double spin as well. It's a highly rewarded dance element. She powers up for a second tumble. Full twisting front through to double tuck. Oh, and just the pace out of bounds.
Do you see that red flag, unfortunately, but still such supreme tumbling. Hopefully the difficulty of the tumbling just makes up for that small error.
Yeah, when you're doing that sort of combination pass like that, you've got to pull so hard on the double tuck to get it round. And easy to over-rotate.
Indeed, and even from a spacing perspective as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, making sure that you've got enough space on the end just in case you over-rotate. Sometimes they maybe underestimate their power.
And clearly she's a fan of these combination tumbles, this time straight front through to the double pike.
Indeed, much better negotiated. That's probably what she expects, to maybe land a little bit forward. That's why she's okay pushing right to the edge. And we saw it work out there, but not so much in the first one.
A great finish to that routine and some really impressive tumbling there from Grace. Well done.
Brilliant work, Grace.
Now, have we got one more gentleman on the floor? It looks like we
Indeed,
do.
we do. Making his way round, bag of chalk in hand.
Ready and raring to go is our friend Remel Robinson-Bailey from the city of Birmingham. So Ray's teammate, who we saw just a moment ago.
Ready to go. Starting off there with the big 2.5 twist. Not using the full diagonal, maybe because it's not needed as well. Oh, unfortunate there with the double twist and double back. Just a little bit short, so he did have to put his hand down. Will be a deduction, but working well. Oh, unfortunate there. Tried the full twist forwards into the immediate punch double front. But much better there in that straight front into double pike. Connecting those two forward skills, as I keep saying, is really difficult. Great work there, horizontally, the round off double twist. Into the splits, showing his flexibility. And from there, lifting up easily into the wide arm handstand. Maybe could have held it a second longer, but I'm sure he knows better than me what he needs to do to get those marks from the judges. And the full twist in, tuck back to finish his routine.
That was a real shame, those first two tumbles. Then he seemed to find his feet and powered through to the end.
Indeed. And I believe that brings an end to our 5th rotation, the penultimate rotation here at the British Championships in our 2nd subdivision. We'll be here to bring you rotation 6 shortly.
Worldwide, around 55 million people are living with dementia. This is expected to rise to 78 million by the year 2030. British Gymnastics Foundation's Love to Move programme is transforming the lives of people living with dementia all over the UK. As part of the legacy programme of the 2022 World Gymnastics Championships, Love to Move is based on simple gymnastics movements that help to stimulate both sides of the brain, contributing to improvements in memory, speech, mobility, cognition and social engagement.
They've helped me get moving. They've helped me get home again.
You can't believe the difference. I mean, it's just priceless.
British Gymnastics Foundation and Liverpool City Council have trained deliverers across the city to give the community access to the amazing benefits Love to Move can bring.
It down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby.
Jaffa Easy Peelers. Now we're talking. We source our juicy easy peelers from a few countries across the world, which are known for their rich soils and warm climates. The main sources are Spain, South Africa, and Israel. You can find Jaffa Easy Peeler packs in Tesco stores across the UK. We use the tastiest and juiciest varieties available, which depends on the time of year. There are two main types of easy peeler, clementines and mandarins. What you may not know is that there are over 20 different varieties of clementine. We work our socks off year-round to ensure the Jaffas you receive are the best we can get our hands on. There are less mandarin varieties out there, but they're just as sweet and juicy. The main varieties we use are Tangold, Nadocot and Ori. To find out what's inside your pack of Jaffa Easy Peelers, simply check the label, which will tell you the variety it contains, along with where they have come from. Jaffa Easy Peelers can be stored at home in your fruit bowl, and their flavour pops when consumed at room temperature. Alternatively, to keep your Easy Peelers fresher for longer, you can store them in your fridge. Finally, the only thing left to do is grab yourself a pack and enjoy.
Rise Gymnastics. It's so much fun. There's loads of activities for me and my friends to try. We can discover dinosaurs, explore the jungle, and learn new gymnastic skills. Rise Gymnastics has 3 phases: discover, explore, and excel. There's something for everyone. We can team up, work together, and cheer each other on. When we've done our very best, we get colourful medals and certificates. Even our family can join in, using Rise Hub. They can see the skills we're working on and keep up to date with our progress. Rise Gymnastics gives us the opportunity to shine. Start your Rise Gymnastics journey today.
Alice has had a lot of negative experiences out in the community, so gymnastics is a safer space than going to the park.
Gymnastics has allowed Ellie to not only follow her dreams but also to feel valued and a feeling of self-worth.
I loved Ellie. I loved helping small children.
I just want to spread gymnastics across the world, to let people know if you have a disability, you can still do gymnastics.
When I was 11, I was hospitalised.
First up on the floor from the City of Newcastle, Curtis Rutter.
So we're back, the last round, we're ready to go.
Indeed, rotation 6, our final rotation, day 3 at the 2023 Gymnastics British Championships. We've got a closely contested women's
excited
all-round
for this last
final, haven't we?
rotation. Yeah, absolutely. So 3 pieces down. Our current leader after 3 rotations is Ondine on 41.8 and Alice is on 41.6.
Super, razor sharp.
Between them. Alice is going to bars. That's a fantastic piece for her. Ondine's headed for floor. She's pretty good there as well. I can't call it.
Indeed, neither can I. I'm excited to watch it all unfold for sure, and I hope you guys are excited too. Remember, you can watch it with us, or you can tune into the individual pieces if you want to be sure to catch either one of their routines.
Absolutely. Over in the men's competition as well. Do you know what? It's not too much of a separation there either. We've currently got Jake Jarman leading. We saw his fantastic floor earlier. 68.6 there, and just at 68.3 just behind him is Pav Klanienko from South Essex, so
brilliant.
It's going to be a great last rotation.
Looks like it's heated up very nicely in the men's competition as well. Definitely can't quite call who the British champion will be, but that's why we love sport and that's why we're tuning in to this last rotation.
Yeah, it's going to be super exciting, and the green lights are on. The first gymnasts are up on the apparatus, so
here we go.
Let's start things off on the floor. We haven't seen this gymnast yet. This is Nika Kritsky. She's from Plymouth Swallows. She's a teammate of Ruby Stacey, who we watched earlier on the bars. And these guys always have beautiful floor routines, actually. Coach Gemma is quite the talented choreographer, and I always enjoy these routines. Sky high double pike to start, just a tiny bit under rotated. Need a little bit more hips on the takeoff, I think.
Height is definitely there though.
Yeah, big time. And a beautiful hop full.
Into the choreography here. Just a little bit that spruce up and really bring to life the women's routine and kind of differentiate it from the men's floor. Even though it's the same piece of apparatus, they are different. They require different things.
Yeah, and on the current code of points, the women's judges have got what they call an artistry checklist, and they can take really quite a lot of marks off if they're not satisfied that the gymnasts are sufficiently expressive, working in releve, showing extension through their dance elements. So selling that dance really is important on this code of points. No problems with rotation on that double tuck to finish. And a split full squeezed in as well. Blimey, all of the elements at the end of this routine. Hard to do one of those squat spins right at the end when you've got tired legs, but
indeed,
Nika did a fantastic job. Well done to her.
Tired legs after a floor routine, after 3 rotations.
Yeah.
So no, it's brilliant. A great finish to her all-round competition.
For sure. Okay, so we've got that little bit of quiet again, but it looks like someone is about to hop up on the high bar, so we shall head over there. This is Finley Morgan.
Indeed, I believe Emily Morgan's brother?
Oh, I don't know actually. I can neither confirm nor deny.
I feel like I've seen him around. I feel like I've seen him around.
To be fair.
So, looks like gymnastics runs in the family.
Oh, nice with the Weiler. On the high bar. Haven't seen one of those yet today.
Working really, really well. Confident in the Giants. Nice work into the full twist and double straight. Really good work and an excellent finish to his competition.
Absolutely. We're going to whiz over to floor. We'd highlighted that Pavel Karnienko was in contention for the men's title. You can tell he's been very successful so far. He's a very confident and consistent gymnast, I can tell you. He has previously been known as the postman because he always delivers.
Oh wow, I like that one. That's a good nickname to have.
It is a good one.
Really good nickname to have. Nice. In the double twist, working horizontally. Good work there. 2.5 into the punch full twist. And finishing off there with the triple twist. Slight bend of the legs, but a really, really good landing. That's an excellent final effort in his bid to win the British title.
Yeah, a great all-round performance there. Now, I'd really like to go to bars, but it looks like the screen is frozen for us right now. So I'm hoping we might get that feed back shortly, because I think Alice Kinsella is up next. Whilst we are waiting on that, though, it looks like Ondine's taken a jog to the floor, so we shall head over in that direction too. Oh, this is the problem with these major championships, when everything's happening at once. It's because we've got a couple of, because Jess and Jen aren't doing floor, we've only got 4 gymnasts on that apparatus, so we've got to Ondine quicker than you might think.
I was going to say, he did these start lists and is denying us of
we can't watch them both
routines.
at once. Oh man.
If you're fortunate at home to have an iPad and a phone nearby, maybe you're
get
watching
yourself
on your
a second
laptop,
screen up.
Get yourself a second screen and hopefully you can watch us both happen at the same time.
So yeah, we're going to stick with Ondine here. And Ondine is fantastic on the floor. I love her choreography. And again, like Kelly mentioned earlier, she's got that little ritual, tapping her head, which is the way she sort of centres and calms herself before she starts a routine. Obviously had a fantastic year in 2022 and has just tremendously grown in confidence, having experienced all of those major internationals.
Really nice work there. Working the 2-whip flick into, I believe it was the triple twist.
Yeah, triple twist, that's the one.
Yeah, it's very rare to see like whip backs, you know, that's more of a tumbling thing, you know, so to see it in the floor is really, really interesting. And it's, yeah, like I say, it definitely works for her.
Yeah, the girls get a little bit of a bonus for a tumble like that, where they've got an indirect connection of a somersault into an E difficulty skill. So she's working that code.
Indeed, handspring double twist there into her leaps, spreading herself around the whole floor, wowing everyone.
Yeah, sky high up on that tourgette, and a beautiful split position in the middle. Double tuck in the middle,
Really
she's
nice
got to
tuck.
hit that double somersault requirement. A little bit like Georgia May, Ondine is more of a fan of the twisting skills than the double somersaults as a rule, but did a great job with that double tuck there. And really builds a lot of her difficulty with the dance elements, because she's just so good at these leaps. The split positions are really stunning. Then finishes off with a 2.5 twist, so that all-important D dismount gives her the 0.2 bonus at the end of the routine. And that is an incredibly successful all-around effort for Ondine.
Ondine, congratulations, a really, really excellent routine. And I think you'll be taking Alice down to the wire. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see
Alice
what
is
Alice is
either
doing.
on the bars or has finished her bars now, but we can't show you, I'm so sorry. But we will get you that score as soon as we can, because it is going to be a close run race. In fact, pommel, let's go to the pommel camera, because we can just about catch Alice in the background as she lands. Oh, goodness gracious. So sorry, you literally caught the tail end of that.
Very good eagle eyes from you there.
I spotted her in the distance, but she doesn't look happy. I didn't see the, I only saw the dismount, but she looks a bit frustrated, so I wonder what happened in the middle there that we missed. Goodness, right, so we're going to hop back to floor, because the one and only Mr. Courtney Tulloch is there, and he's a pretty powerful floor worker who's always fun to watch.
Nice, good double pipe there. Had a little bit of over rotation in his first tumble, but such an experienced gymnast, so calming himself down. Oh, I love that tumble that he does there. It's almost like, it's almost kind of part Arabian, part free cartwheel. It's got so much in it. But it's pretty much essentially a double somersault with a full twist, but it does look extra flashy. Really nice with the double straight, a little bit more classic there. Nice pommel work in the circles. Lovely, the right handstand.
Oh, I love how he does that as well into the chest roll. A different way to get out of that element. And what a landing to finish out that routine. Fantastic from Courtney as he gives a wave to the crowd and a cheeky grin on his face.
Indeed, definitely a fan favourite in the country. Tags in his teammate as well from South Essex Gymnastics Club.
Oh, and I always love watching Hayden Skinner on floor.
Indeed.
He's
quite a
I
lot
think
of twists.
him and Jake should have a twist off at some point. I reckon.
Indeed, they should. I, you know, to be fair, I know they probably have had training camps together.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm sure they've had it behind closed
I think
doors.
I would pay to see it, a twist off between Hayden and Jake, to be honest.
It would be brilliant, it wouldn't it?
It would. And speaking of Jake, he's just been on the rings. It was 13.2 his total, which gives him a whopping 81.8, which puts him 0.4 above of Pav. So I think Jake Jarman has sealed himself a very good all-around score there. Of course, we've still got a few more gentlemen to finish off their all-around competition, but that is a really, really big score there for Jake Jarman, and actually a fantastic score for Pav Karnienko. So some great performances here this afternoon. Have we got a score for Alice yet on the bars? We do. Okay, it was a 13.7, so actually maybe the frustration was just that stumble on the dismount.
But I think she has such high standards for herself.
Absolutely,
you can't blame her for
not at all, no.
being frustrated.
But I did wonder if there'd been an earlier error. She looked a bit deflated, didn't she? But
while we wait, Hayden Skinner just having a little bit of a weight on the floor, but he steps up now.
And in fact, just as Hayden steps up, I can tell you that Ondine's all-round total is 55 dead, and that Alice is on 55.3. So I think we might have found ourselves a new British champion. Should have been panicking. That dismount would have cost her quite a bit as well. But no, a fantastic all-around total for Alice.
Indeed, a great competition.
Right,
Great
your
to
turn
see.
to call this. Count the twists.
Oh, I think that's 2 to start off with. Double twist and double tap, that was a bit of an easy one for me. Then we've got, I think
1.5, 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5, 1.5. I think it was just about that, wasn't it?
The screen's slightly jumpy for us, so it's a little bit tricky to call this one.
Okay, I think that was like a 2, I want to say.
This is not the right time for the screen to go slightly jumpy for us.
I know,
but yeah,
right?
I'm with you.
That was a 2.5 though.
Oh,
Really
so
good horizontal tumbling there into the handstand. Again, such a key thing for our floor gymnasts to be able to be full of energy in those tumbles, but then also calm down for those strength elements, so they're showing the control. Don't overspill with the energy. That's it. Ooh, lovely 1.5 into the straight front. And a triple twist there, I think. Was that triple? That was the triple twist there to finish. So much twisting from Hayden there. I wish it was a little bit smoother, so I would have been able to count a little bit more efficiently, but I think you guys get the gist.
I'm going to say it was a lot.
This guy
That's what I'm going for.
Definitely a master twister with a lot in the bank when it comes to that element of floor.
Oh, yes. So, like we said, Alice finishing on 55.3. Her total on bars was 13.7. Whereas Ondine, who had to finish on the floor, always a slightly lower scoring apparatus, 13.2 for her there. So it was a strong routine, but it is just so hard to get that high score over on the floor. So let's jump over to Pommel. Oh, a little bit late. Better late than never. But that's Rommel finishing off his Pommel routine. And in fact, I think we're going to have to jump back to floor. I think that's going to be our next thing to go. Though I say that, let's stick with the floor. Okay. It's a very impressive routine for this gentleman to follow, but Sam Ginn from Pegasus is going to deliver his routine to the best of his abilities. And it is interesting, isn't it? We've seen so many different styles of routine across the day. Some of the men are twisters, some of them are double somersaulters, and like we've spoken about a few times, you've just got to play to your strengths.
Definitely have to play to your strengths, and that's what gymnastics is essentially about. There's so much skill. It's a skill-based sport, so there's definitely no one-size-fits-all. There's so many different ways and methods to, you know, really get the best out of yourself and show the best version of yourself to the judges and to all the supporters as well.
For sure. And whilst we're waiting for those floor judges, because we've sort of the boys are going back to back now, the girls are finished on the floor, we're just going to pop over to beam, where Ruby Evans has put in a strong performance so far. She's another one that's fighting for one of those important all-around medals, And what a place to finish when you know what's on the line.
Oh, unfortunate there. Free walkover. Slightly off balance, which means she's off the beam.
The beauty being we can actually see the floor in the background as well here if you were waiting for that floor routine.
Yeah.
Good on the side dance, but she's going to be disappointed with that mistake on one of the skills that I've seen her perform so many times well in training. But lovely and tidy on the double twister finish. Oh, but you can see she's frustrated. That was a real shame.
Her and Georgia are battling it out, it looks like, for the bronze medal. So
and we've got Georgia's all-around total now. That is a 51.6. So anyone out there that's good at maths, you might be able to figure out what it is that Ruby's chasing for that final score on beam.
Really nice in this handstand on floor. Into the roll. We'll do a little jump to get into the corner, using the full diagonal for the tumbles. Oh, I think he just kept his hand off the floor, maybe.
Very hard to say.
But that was the full twist in double tuck. And the triple twist there to finish his routine. Well done.
Quickly hopping over to pommels, where Cameron Lynn unfortunately just took a fall, but he's remounted the apparatus and looking confident. And nice in the dismount. Oh, and these guys, it's really tough, isn't it, when you've worked so hard and it just doesn't quite go to plan in the moment that you'd like it to. So where are we still working? Just on the bars. I'm going to stay on this camera. This gives us our best view. And Ruby Evans, there we go. The score in for her is a 12.05, giving her an all-round total of 50.85. So it really did come down to that fall.
Indeed.
Looks like Georgia May Fenton could have secured herself a bronze medal. Obviously you have to wait for everyone to finish before those results can be confirmed.
For sure, yeah.
The top three in the women's currently looking like Alice Kinsella, Ondina Champong and Georgia May Fenton in third place. Heading over to the men's. Oh, Adam Tobin has snuck in at the top with 82.5. Jake Jarman second with 81.8 and Pav in third with 81.4.
Oh, looks like our uneven bars have gone a little bit funny.
Oh, there we go, we've got them back.
Oh, we have got them back?
We've got them back. I think that's the only thing still okay. Yep. There we go.
That's good.
Securing the double tuck dismount. And it looks possibly like only Rings has got someone left to go. It's been such an exciting competition. It's been so closely fought all the way round. It's been a real pleasure to watch this one this afternoon with you guys. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage as much as we have.
Indeed.
If you couldn't be here in Liverpool, we hope we provided the next best thing for you.
Definitely.
And it looks like this will be the one of the last routines, if not the last. Just going to get a check on who we've got going. So here we go. This looks like Clayton Bell from Rugby Gymnastics Club taking to the rings. Nice in the half lever as he lowers down to that crucifix position. Looked like his shoulders were a tiny bit high. Judges ideally want to see a flat line from hand to hand straight through the shoulders. But swings well and good control as he presses to the straddle position.
Into the handstand now, holding his shape really good.
Oh, has to work a little bit hard in the forward swing, but brings the rings under control.
Much better. Ooh, I was going to say much better there, but it's a little bit of movement in this top half.
And a fantastic dismount to round out his routine. I always love a good stick to finish off a routine, and I think possibly in this case to finish out our competition.
Indeed. I think we'll just wait a couple of moments. I'll just scan the rest of the screens. Nothing else is going on. Okay. I think that does bring to an end our sixth and final rotation of this second subdivision and day 3 here at the 2023 Gymnastics British Championships. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that were here right from the get-go this morning, thank you so much. If you've just joined us in the afternoon or at any point, thank you for joining us. It's been a phenomenal day of competition, so much brilliant gymnastics on display, and hopefully we can see you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.